would come to this, with neither willing to resist, anticipating our first kiss, 'cause we've never been here before. It seemed at first we were unsure, or just a little insecure. Anticipation still endures, and now we're ready for more. Here we are. Oh, here we are. Here we are. Just you and me, baby. Just hold on. And let's see how far we go. All the time. Ooh, yeah. Enjoy the ride. Just enjoy the ride, yeah. And go with the flow. And let's see how far.
Good morning, Washington, D.C. Welcome to Straight Up Talk with Earl Rush and Eileen Torres. This morning, we have a special edition where I normally interview Latin giants in the world of Latin music. This morning, we're adding a jazz and urban twist, and I'm going one-on-one with the fabulous Mycah Chevalier. I was turned on by Mycah from a friend of mine of over 50 years. His name was Richard Turner, and he told me to listen to this song. I heard the song, and I was immediately fascinated by her voice. I said, Rick, I have to meet her. You think we can get her on the show? He said, I don't know, Earl. I can't make any promises. So he said, let me call her. He called her. I spoke with her on the phone. Lovely young lady. She has a great personality. The way she can sing, you would think that she might be a diva or something, but she was down to earth and everything. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can catch up with Mycah because she's busy these days. Let me see if we can get her in the studio.
Hi.
Morning, Mycah. How are you?
I'm good.
I finally catch up to you. I've been talking to everybody about you and talking to Rick and everything. And, we've talked several times. I'm just so excited to have you on the show. I think that you're such a fabulous singer.
I'm excited to be here.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
Okay, good. I usually go in chronological order, but as I said, people's attention spans are short. So while we're here, we're going to do a little backwards. We're going to talk about your single and what you got coming up next, so everyone who's on can hear that much.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
Sunday morning, people are getting ready for football and all that. So we have the attention. We got to get the most important things done. The most important thing is they find out who you are, that they found about you. So even if they don't get to see the whole show, they will research you and get a chance to check you out.
Okay.
All right. So you have a new single coming out. It's called
Yes.
I Can See Through You. Let's play it and then we'll elaborate on it. Okay.
All right.
I can see through you. I'm something to you. You know you love me. You're thinking of me. Your best friend told me yesterday that you had returned. Boy, it's great to have you back. Someday you will learn. You tried to stay away from me, but here you are again. pretending you believe in me, but I know where you've been. I can see through you. I'm something to you. You know you love me. You're thinking of me. When will you learn your heart should catch and it won't steer you?
Wow, that's nice.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna play the whole song. You know, if they want to go get it, they want to hear it. They gotta go get it. You know what I'm saying? That's a great song. Is that an original?
Thank you. It is an original. It was written by EC3, Clint Hyson, and myself, and produced by EC3 and Dawood Saeed. Okay. And it's featuring a young man by the name of Zach Selander out of Copenhagen. He's singing the backgrounds on the song, and he's also playing. There's a special piece at the end where he's playing chromatic harmonica, and people are like, "Is that Stevie? That sounds like Stevie Wonder." I said, "No, that's Zach."
Yeah, I thought that was him.
Oh my gosh, he's amazing, and he plays multiple instruments exceedingly well.
Yeah,
but yeah. That was all the work of EC.
But you know what? Because it's funny you said that. I thought the same thing because, you know,
it's got that
when Stevie plays, you know that it's Stevie on the harmonica just because he has his special style. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, wait a minute,
this young man is very talented, and he's working with, I'm part of the EC3 Vibe team. He's working with the team now. We're doing a single on him.
Okay.
We actually worked on some of it yesterday. It's going to be amazing. He's
okay.
Yeah, I can't wait for the world to be able to hear Zach as well. But we've got a team of artists underneath the EC3 Vibe banner.
Right.
He's doing some really, really great things. I'm blessed to be a part of the team. I've been working with him for about 5 or 6 years now. And been doing a lot of background vocals in the studio work, and also writing like lyrics and melodies and stuff for other artists that he's produced, over the years. And we keep going. We've been working all through the pandemic. So
well, you answered my question before you asked it, because I was going to ask you to tell me about this EC3 Vibe. I was doing some research, and as I said, it seems like you guys have a little very talented clique where you all work together and everything. I'm like, I see this EC3 Vibe. I see this guy's building something huge.
He really is. He's an amazing percussionist as well. That's his wheel. He's a drummer and percussionist, and you can hear it in just about everything that he's produced.
Okay.
And it's amazing. Okay. So I'm a big fan also.
Yeah. And I as I said, I researched him, and he's like the youngest musician to ever graduate from the Naval Conservatory or something. Where he went to school, he was the youngest person to graduate.
Yeah.
Okay. And I also found out that until recently, you have several projects in the work, I see. But you have another one that might be coming out recently. And just a couple of weeks ago, you actually named what it was going to be about. You're going to be doing a rendition from The Average White Band.
Yes, that's
if I ever lose this heaven. That's supposed to be coming out, correct?
That's coming out soon. And that's another EC3 Vibe production. And that one's featuring my brother and sister on backgrounds.
Right.
And so I'm excited for that one too.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Nick and Crystal.
Yes, Nick and Crystal. And also a good friend of mine, Craig Alston, on saxophone. And he's pretty known in this area.
Okay.
For his saxophone, and he actually plays saxophone, bass, keys.
Okay. Yeah. So like I told you, you've been blessed to with some very talented producers and musicians. Like I said, when you were playing live at Ben's, you were playing back and forth.
Oh yeah.
It was the musicians are talented. Let's see if I can go to that right quick. Let's see.
Okay.
We'll see what's going on here. I'm sorry. You know what? I don't.
Oh, it's showed.
Yeah, I don't like that sound. The sound's coming funny through StreamYard. It's not doing you justice. Let's see if I can play another cut with back and forth. It might be a little bit clearer.
Okay.
Back and forth we go, where we'll stop nobody knows. Got a feeling we've been stealing time, borrowed time. Back and forth we go, where we'll stop no one will know. Sun keeps shifting, time keeps shifting, let it pass us by. The hustle and bustle of the world today that leads us on, leads us astray. Too many things to.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds better. I don't want to do your voice any injustice. You know, it's taking it off thing. That's why I made 2 selections.
Gotcha.
So I knew this one was respectable, that you could hear it.
Yeah.
The live was kind of shaky, but I just wanted people to see the live version of it. But, which if you hear it on the video, it's fine, but through StreamYard, it gets muffled, and I'm like, they'd be like,
you can always go to YouTube and check that out. That was actually me performing with. We were doing my song back and forth, but I was performing with Guilty Pleasures, which is the project spearheaded by Mr. Rick White. He's a bass player in the DC area, and he's an amazing writer as well. I've just been blessed throughout the years to have been able to work with the people that I've worked with, because they're all amazing. And Rick, the song he wrote, Anticipation, which is the video that you showed in the beginning, Anticipation, the remix, featuring myself and Kal-El Gross, has been a mainstay on WHUR's Quiet Storm since 2010. So they've been playing us. And so, you know, if you listen to Quiet Storm at night, you know, sometimes you'll hear it pop up.
Yeah.
That's been a true blessing in itself. So
all right. Now let's get back to the single. I'm going all over the place. I'm just so excited.
That's quite all right.
I'm just so excited that you're on the show. Okay. So the single that's coming out, and you have a cover from Average White Band, which I know is going to be crazy. If I Ever Lose This Heaven.
Yeah.
So why did you wait so long to tell people what the name of the song, what the cover was?
Well, I think EC wanted to have an element of surprise, and he's actually the one that let it out the bag initially. So after he let it out the bag, it's okay to talk about it, but he wanted to keep that one under wraps a little bit. I think because he's just so he's very proud of that piece. We all worked very hard, and it's an amazing rendition. His train of thought, his thinking, all of it is centered around, you know, getting the best possible rendition of anything, even if it's original, but, you know, especially if it's a cover, you know, he wants to put his best foot forward always. And he's done that time and time again. And it's been really, really amazing. You know, being able to work with him.
I researched this gentleman. He's big time. I mean, he's played for some big time. I'm like, wow. I looked at his
Yeah.
resume. I'm like, but I mean, I like, I'm a fan of the EC3 vibe. I feel something special for him.
I'm sure he'll be very happy to hear that. And you might want to consider talking to him about the Latin percussion aspect, because your salsa and everything. I'm sure you all would hit it off really well.
You know what's so funny? Mm-hmm. I wrote him. I was up this morning at 5 a.m. and I wrote him, And people are like, who in the heck
is right me in the morning?
And who is Earl Rush? But I told him that I was interviewing you. I wasn't trying to name drop. I didn't want anything from him. I didn't want to produce his next Latin video. I didn't want nothing. I just wanted to tell him he has a song out called Morning.
Yeah. I love that look on your face.
I do more than salsa. I've been teaching cha-cha-cha for 13 years. That is a slamming, bumping cha-cha-cha. And I had to write, and I don't even know this guy. I usually don't even like guys. So let alone me write a guy I don't know. But that's how bumping the cha-cha-cha was. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so, he's gonna love you.
I've added that to my exercise. I have an exercise program that I call FOSA, which is a combination of funk, soul, and salsa. Okay. So I'm going to add his cha-cha to my warm-up. I can warm up really nice. I mean, it's like 6 minutes 45. It's a long cha-cha-cha, so I can use it to work out, to warm up with. But it's slamming. So if any of my friends are watching, look up EC3.
EC3, yeah.
EC3, and you'll find some of the cuts that he has produced, some of the tracks on the internet everywhere, and look up for Morning. I don't know if it's a new song or whatever. It's been out for a while, whatever. It's called Morning.
Morning, yeah.
It's out of control. Okay. Back to the most important things. You got the single coming up. All we really care about is people going to buy it. So where can they get it? It's on all the social platforms. Tell me.
All the social platforms. It's on Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, everything you can imagine. It's also on ec3vibe.com. So you can go to the EC3 website and pick it up as well. And and then you'll see a list of the other artists. We've got Wendy B and Soul Edler and just a host of other folks. We have a new artist named Misha, and she's coming out with a single next week.
I'm excited. I saw that girl. I said, let me check out this Misha.
Yeah, she's out of Kansas City, Missouri, I believe. And so we've got people all over, and we're working on Zach's single that's supposed to be coming out soon. So we just are working hard.
So he's from Italy?
He was born in Italy. I think his dad was military and born in Italy, and
now he's in Vegas.
So he's in the area now, but he was in Vegas for years.
Okay, all right, that's where you got to meet the big name stuff. You it's Vegas, baby. You got to be good if you're in Vegas.
Especially as a Black musician, and that's a big deal.
Wow. But I don't know the guy from Adam. I just got a feeling about him, and I kind of get a feeling that just like when you came up and you were going to school, you went to Laverne Reed. Okay, now it wasn't outright not known, but most of the kids who went to Laverne Reed were kind of a little talented,
Yeah, just a little bit. My aunt was a Laverne Reed dancer too.
Yeah, so, you Laverne Reed. You say Laverne. Oh, you dance Laverne Reed.
Everybody in this area knew.
Okay, right?
Yeah.
So, what's my point? My point is this gentleman EC3 seems like, because I've researched all your other little crew, and it seems like EC3, he only deals with talented people that he thinks are talented, and it's like he's picky. He's not going to just delve into any project,
Yeah.
It seems like so. How long have you been working with him? About 5 years?
Yeah, about
Did
5
you
or 6 years.
did you start off the ECD3 project, or did they bring you in before? Has you been
So
working?
he actually was. The funny thing is that the 6 degrees of separation or less.
Yes.
I originally met EC maybe about 8 years ago through a mutual friend of ours named Trish Hennessy, and she was a radio host.
Okay.
She hosted a show on 104. I think it was 104 point something in Baltimore. It was a smooth jazz station then, when they still had the smooth jazz stations. And she was the very first person to play my music on the radio, on terrestrial radio.
Okay.
And she invited me to a show in Baltimore, in the city, in Little Italy, at this place called Germano's. And lo and behold, EC3 was playing there.
Okay.
And that's how I met EC. And fast forward to 3 years later, he called me up and he said, I need some background work, done in the studio. I got this other guy, Soul Edler. And I was like, Soul? I was like, I know Soul. Soul and I have been friends for forever. We've worked together. Soul and I were on the original recordings for the Guilty Pleasures Love Stories album done by Ray Light. Yeah. So Soul and I have known each other for years. And I was like, oh, if Soul is working with you, I'm down.
Okay. Right.
So I started out just coming in, and we were, doing background arrangements and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then, eventually he started asking me, here's a track, give me, write something to it. And, I was writing and doing the background vocals with, myself and Soul, and our team started to grow. Okay. And we've been working with each other ever since, and it's been a real blessing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if Soul was working, as you said, if Soul was working with him, then he's got to be good, right? Yeah.
Well, I already knew EC was good, but I was like, because I always like to go into situations where I think there's going to be a good chemistry. Right. I already knew. I had never worked with EC really at that point. I just knew him from going out to see him perform, and I sat in with his band and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I didn't know him. No, I didn't know him. No, I knew Soul. Right. And I knew if Soul was working with him, that he was legit. He was a real deal. And I was totally proven right. Yeah. So, and I've gained not just, a lot of experience over the past 5 years, but I gained an extra family.
Okay, beautiful.
So, good. Yeah, we all have very good chemistry together, working together, and it's been wonderful.
Okay, all right. Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. So let's take a little break. I want to play your cover of an old Michael Frank song. When I Give My Love to You. Let's check that out for you, because I love Michael Franks and everything.
Me too.
I have all his albums and everything, and it's just a beautiful cover. So let's
thank you.
Est-ce que tu m'aimes, ma belle? Oui, chérie. Alors, je vais te donner quelque chose de spécial ce soir. Comme tu veux. Whenever I'm lost at sea, I remember you are here with me. You surrender to the fantasy when I give my love to you. 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 helter skelter in the wind and rain. I find shelter, I find peace again when I give my love to you. When I give my love to you. Oh, when I give my love to you. When I give my love to you. When I give my love to you, I can feel the downtime ending. And I ain't pretending. Words can simply not.
I'm just giving them a taste. They know the name of the song and who's it by. They can always go on YouTube. I'm not playing. I'm not playing all of your songs. There may be one I might play, but I don't know about that. But you know, I just go. And then the reason why that I won't play the song that I'm going to play eventually, the whole song, because I try to present a hard presence.
Oh.
If I play the whole song, I'll be crying, and I don't want to do it. I don't. You know.
Yeah. Rick told me about that.
Yeah, so I don't. I want to play it because I want to know what was the song that made me fascinated to you.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I can go through all the way. So that's how beautiful it is. But we'll talk about that with you. So you started out in 2008. You're from what? You graduated from the same high school that I went to, Woodrow Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
So how did you end up over there?
Well, I spent most of high school at National Cathedral School for Girls, which is right down the street.
Okay.
And I told my parents, I said, I want more of a background in the arts, and I'm not getting that at National Cathedral School. I loved, my friends at school. It was a great school educationally. However, I wasn't getting, I think, what I wanted and what I needed art-wise, music, etc. And so I asked my mom about going to Ellington. She said no. And we're not going to talk about that much more because then she let my sister go years later. Oh. Right.
What?
But she researched. My mother was a very, very educationally driven person. She's a lawyer. She has a Juris Doctorate in civil law, all that good stuff. So she was very big on education and the foundation and everything.
Yes.
So I wound up going to Wilson because Wilson had a great accelerated educational program, and they had a great music program.
Okay.
And so I wound up skipping a grade because of my credits from National Cathedral School. And I wound up graduating a year early.
Okay.
But the year that I spent there was invaluable. I got to be a part of the concert choir, which was spearheaded by Miss Lavinia George. And we wound up singing at the Kennedy Center. We wound up doing all this wonderful stuff that I just could not have replaced.
Okay.
And I even did get to do some interactive music and theater work at Duke Ellington because of being at Wilson. They had like a program where we could take, we were in a production together. Okay. So that was wonderful. Right. And it also garnered me a vocal scholarship for college. So I got to work with a woman named Linda Allison, who was a mezzo-soprano in the Washington Opera. And I got to train with her as part of my scholarship. And that in itself, Wilson was a wonderful experience. I even joined the gospel. We had a gospel choir. And I made friends there that are still in music today that are, friends for life, and we don't see each other a lot, but we communicate. Facebook is a wonderful thing. Sometimes it's a wonderful thing. Yeah. Just friends that I know, like if I reach out on Facebook, they're there, and we get to, converse, and we're all still kind of a close knit group of folks. And that's wonderful to me.
Okay.
So, but yeah,
Well,
that's how I wound up at Wilson.
Yeah. Well, your mom, she knows about where the good education was. Even when I was going back, it had one of the best programs.
Yeah, they really
people actually assumed, even though you were over in that area, they actually assumed that you were somewhat intelligent to go there. Because my friends used to say to me, "How did you end up going on Wilson? You had to be smart to go there, didn't you?" And I'm like,
"Yeah."
I'm like, "Wait a minute."
Great educational program. They really do.
I'm like, "Wait, I'm not smart. Is that what's going on?" Right. But, well, I was smart because I attended Roosevelt at first. And I was getting in fights over there every day because I was from Northeast. I wasn't from Northwest. So, that Northeast, Northwest thing.
Yeah.
And at that time, and people get mad when I say that, there weren't enough pretty girls for me over at Roosevelt.
Oh,
so
that's funny.
I know a lot of people. I got a friend of mine's address. I used his address so I could go to Wilson. Wilson had all the pretty girls. Not all the pretty girls. Wilson and Coolidge at the time when I was coming up seemed to have the most attractive women for my preference. I mean,
Gotcha.
McKinley and Easton. I'm sure all the high schools had great looking women. But for my preference,
Wilson was very multicultural too. So, people of, kids of all races, all,
right.
Backgrounds, and it was just a great environment to be in.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I would say your first group that you worked with was Guilty Pleasures.
Well, yeah, the first recording group.
Yes.
So Guilty Pleasures, I wound up meeting Rick years ago. He was part of a group called Soul Patrol. And they are well known in the DC area.
Right.
Go and and he was their bass player, and he wanted to start an original project. And we didn't really know each other very well, but I was looking to do something new and wanted to record. And so Rick asked me, "You want to be a part of my project?" I said, "Oh yes." So that's how that started, and we wound up. Now Guilty Pleasures has it's myself. Rick is the head of the group. Myself, Kal-El Gross, Blaze, Jerika White, and then usually we'll have Rick has other musicians that he adds to the crew, but we're the main core, the vocalists and stuff like that. So, and they're all talented in their own right as well. So, and I stay in close contact with them. Yeah.
Okay. So you told me about spoke highly of Zach Cylinder. Can you elaborate on Clint Hyson and Dawood Saheed? They seem like they're part of your crew, right?
Yeah. So Clint is actually one of EC's best friends. But Clint is also he's a writer, he's a musician, and they've known each other for years. I believe they met at the Naval Academy, if I'm correct.
Okay.
So he's been an instrumental part. He usually does all of the charting of the music that we have, and he wrote part of I Can See Through You, and he also co-wrote with EC the song that Soul has out now called I'm Not Done Yet.
Okay, I'm not done yet.
Yeah, so he's a very, very valuable member of our team, and also a very good friend. He's a good guy.
Exactly. You've been blessed with some talented guys. So let me ask you this: are you still in contact with the band that is Guilty Pleasure when you were playing at Ben's? Are you still in touch with those people that played in the band?
Yeah. So that was Rick. Vinton Jones was on drums, and Jamal Orr was playing the keys in that.
Okay.
And Jamal now plays with 76 Degrees West.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So if you
Yeah, I mean, one day, maybe I hit the lottery or something. I can. I want that band that played at
At Ben's?
At Ben's that night. That band was tight. You couldn't tell by the video I had because you see a lot of things get muffled. But that band was tight.
Yeah.
So I was like that.
Rick was a tight ship.
Yeah. They're tight,
Rick runs a tight ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm having a great time with you, as a matter of fact.
Oh, me too.
I'm smiling a lot. Rick can tell you I don't usually smile a lot. He always says, Go, you need to smile more. Stop looking all frowning and everything. But but you got smiles on your face. So I'm going to play some of the songs that captivated me. And I'm going to tell you after this, I'm just going to play the song for a bit and then I'll elaborate on it.
Okay. In a sentimental mood, I can see the stars come through my room, while your loving attitude is like a flame that the gloom on the wings of every kiss drifts a melody so strange and sweet. In my sentimental bliss, you make my complete. A rose petals seem to fall. It's so like a dream to call you mine. And my heart's a lighter thing since you've made this night a thing divine. In a sentimental mood, I'm within a world so heavenly. For I never dreamt that you'd be loving rose petals seem to fall. It's all like a dream to call you mine. And my heart's a lighter thing since you've made this night a thing divine.
a sentimental
Okay.
Oh, you got your tissues.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I don't mean to be unprofessional.
Oh, it's not unprofessional. Emotion is good.
I just think that song is so beautiful.
Oh,
I'm
thank
sorry. I'm
you.
sorry. I'm sorry. But you know, let me put myself together. But it's kind of Rick introducing me to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's changed my life for the better because what I realized that I'm so into salsa. I've been so into it for 25 years, right? It's a horrible addiction. But Rick made me realize that I have to do things in moderation because I'm missing out on so much good music, just like your music. Now,
Thank you so much.
there's no way in the world you've been out since 2008. There's no way in the world that I just found out about 2 weeks ago. That's impossible.
Oh.
That's not. You're from DC. You're from the DC area.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's because I'm so wrapped up into this stupid salsa stuff. But COVID,
Oh, but salsa's not stupid.
actually, COVID
Mm-hmm.
and me hearing this song has actually helped me beat my salsa addiction. So you're part of changing my life because I know now I need to be more open-minded. Stop doing so much. I've been doing salsa for 25 years. Come on,
Mm-hmm.
give it a break. I could have gotten 3 different degrees in those 25 years. But you know, it's something like COVID who made you stay home when you couldn't go out and go dancing, made me get over it. And me hearing this song, look, you know, you gotta give it a break. You know, just like I all I interview is Latin people. Someone said, "Fool, you black. When you going to interview some black people?"
That's why I said you'd like EC because
You know?
EC, while EC is he's into all percussion, and he's, you know, I think you guys would really hit it off in terms of, you know, sharing musical interests and things like that. Because
he would love me if he saw me doing cha-cha-cha to his song.
To his song, yep.
Yeah, girl. This girl, look.
Yeah.
Michael, we're gonna have to wrap this up because I'm embarrassed.
Okay. Don't be embarrassed.
You know, Rick's gonna call me and say, "What is wrong with you, boy?" Your music. I just wanted to thank you for coming on the show.
Oh,
and, you know,
it was wonderful. Thank you for having me.
You've helped change my life because I'm now going to be not spending so much time on salsa and listening and expanding my world. You know, I listen to all your music. I've been following you and stuff, but there are other people out here who are just as talented as you that I am missing out on.
Yeah.
You know?
We've got, I mean, even in the EC3 Vibe team alone, we've got like, what, 5 people, you know, on our team that have put out some amazing music. And EC is, you know, EC is the one behind it.
Right. Okay.
And also, you know, like, you know, my good girlfriend, Gwendolyn Collins, who has the Virgo Lounge, and she's got a lot of music. The funny thing is that the connections are really, really wild because, you know, you mentioned Dawood Saeed. He's been working with EC all through the pandemic. So he's been, you know, helping to co-produce some of the music that you're hearing that's coming out now. And he produced In a Sentimental Mood.
Okay.
So that was all him musically. And he's also helped produce for, you know, Gwendolyn Collins, Isma, a whole host of other artists that are in the area that you hear. He co-produced the radio version and the video version of Anticipation as well. Okay. So just I've been totally blessed to be able to work with and call them my family. And yes. I don't take any of it for granted. It's one of those things, the pandemic has brought us all closer.
Yes.
It has changed a whole lot of things. But one thing it didn't do was stop our music.
Did we talk about Clint Hyson?
Yes, we did.
Okay. All right. Now, who is the young man that's playing that beautiful piano on that song? In a sentimental mood.
That's Dawood.
That's Dawood.
Yes, that's all him. Sucks. So in the video, that's my friend Courtney Young. So Courtney is was a radio host at the time on the station that produced my video for Innocent. So they produced the WPB radio produced the video. And Courtney sat in for Dawood. So the little scene in the park, he's playing the keys.
Wow, he's great.
But that was all done by Dawood.
Is he from the area?
Yes, he is. He's a Duke Ellington graduate, Howard University alum.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's played for some. I encourage you to look him up as well. He's played for a lot of different people. These days, he prefers to be at home and produce.
Okay.
However, he is, he's part of a corporate band, so he plays out, in the area.
Okay.
And he's been working with EC hand in hand. They seem to have a really good chemistry together. So
yes. What about the guy that you say? I'm getting old. I think you.
Oh, Anticipation.
No.
When I Give My Love to You.
Yes.
What the other? Okay, that's Kenny Wesley. He is a very good friend of mine and a wonderful artist in his own right. And he can be found online, kennywesley.com. And he's currently in Spain. So he's in Spain right now pursuing a PhD. And his subject matter is, I believe it's the way he was explaining it, how R&B music is translated into different languages. And he's using, he told me he was using Stevie Wonder as his main subject matter because Stevie's music has been the most translated.
Right.
And Kenny speaks like 5 different languages already. So he's a brilliant person.
Okay.
They call him, like they call me the Creole butterfly, they call him the soulful nerd.
Who came up with the Creole butterfly tag?
You know what?
I like it.
I don't remember really because it was kind of given to me.
Okay.
That name. And it stuck. But I've always loved butterflies. The butterfly has always been my logo as a symbol.
All right.
And the fact that, my background, my heritage is Creole.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I told a friend of mine. I don't know whether it's a friend. I told an acquaintance of mine, someone that I know. I was interviewing the Creole butterfly, and they're like, "Earl, I told you need to put that stuff down. What are you talking about? Who's a Creole butterfly?" I said, this lady who is a songbird. That's who she is. I told them to check out the show. But they may not. Whatever. I don't care. I have this on tape, and I will always cherish this video. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Now, before you go, I know EC3 is kind of secretive and about things that are coming out. Are there any other projects that you can talk about besides the Average White Band, If I Ever Lose This Heaven, or your single that's out right now?
Aside from my project, we just released Wednesday Ball, aka Wendy B, her album. So her album is out, and her website is wendyblive.com.
Okay.
Soul Edler just released a single written by Clint and EC called I'm Not Done Yet.
Okay.
And we have a new artist, Misha. Her single is coming out next week on October 8th.
Okay.
And it's, oh my gosh, that one is gonna, you think In Sentimental Mood was bad.
I'm not messing with no more ballads from you or none of that EC3D crew. I'm not messing with no more ballads. I can't be crying like that.
Is a whole nother monster in a good way. In a good way.
Well,
and we're also working. EC has an EP coming out as well. It's going to be featuring some I'm going to be on part of it. We also have a song that he's doing that's going to feature just about all of the team members. And that's going to blow you away. I'm not going to say any more about it because he might hurt me afterwards.
Okay. Well, we don't want him to hurt you.
I will promise you this.
Yeah.
I will promise you that you will be blown away.
What I want you to promise me, what I want you to promise me is that you let me know when these projects are coming out. So
I will definitely keep you posted. And we also have Zach coming up. We're working on a single for Zach. So it's just, we keep going and going and going. And it's been wonderful. It's been a blessing and a wonderful experience. And, EC he's been rowing.
Yeah.
So, and I'm looking forward to what's to come also. So,
see, if I hadn't found out about you through Rick, I would have found out about all these other talented artists.
Right.
So now,
Rick.
you see, I can't spend all that time with salsa when I know there's all this music out here that I'm missing out on.
Oh.
And the funny thing, you were talking about how music is translated through languages. I can't speak a lick of Spanish. People say, how do you dance to the music when you don't know what they're saying? I said, I'm not dancing to the words. I'm dancing to the music.
Music is universal.
There you go. Mycah, I want to thank you for stopping by. You made my day. You're a part of changing my life because I'm telling you, I beat the salsa thing. I used to go out 7 nights a week. Now I'm in about 4. Okay. After hearing your music, I'll probably cut it down to 2 because Rick's going to be telling me new artists to check out. Rick,
and I'll put some artists on to you too.
See?
We'll get you in there.
And you don't even know that we're gonna be working together, but you'll just find out.
I look forward to it.
I told you I talked to Tony, and he says, "Let's talk." Tony Perry. Okay.
Yep.
Shout out to Tony Perry.
Yeah, I told him I miss them. I miss those Opus 88 days.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
I'm going to let you go. I know you're busy. You probably getting ready to go write a song for somebody or sing background or write one of your own original songs. I appreciate you for taking time out to come onto my little show.
Thank you for having me.
It was awesome. You have my number. You have my number.
Yes, sir.
Me if you want to say, hey, Earl, I want to go salsa dance. No, Earl, we're doing a video. Do you know some dancers or anything? Say, hey, Earl, I just want to talk. I don't want to talk music. I just need a friend to talk to. Feel free to call me or text me.
All righty. Thank you so much.
You have a beautiful and a blessed and productive day.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.